Am I on?
Welcome, everybody. It's Monday, and we have coffee with our read. So I want to welcome you for coffee
Well,
with Ori, your host.
well, hello everyone. And I apologize. Well, this is a pre-recorded one, so I apologize for, the times that I haven't been able to make it, but I was celebrating my religious birthday. For those who don't know what it is, that is what it looks like. We set up a throne for the deities, and of course, there are flowers placed all over my house, bouquets and things that were made especially for my deities. Today, I want to talk about something that's really special because it's been affecting a lot of people. Today, I want to talk about vibration. Vibration of people, vibration that's happening all over, whether it's when you're driving, when you're listening to music, when you're talking to people, when you're going somewhere, interview, stores, supermarkets, you name it. Anything that has to do with vibration. On a few of the shows, I have expressed to you that there is a change coming due to the planets and the moons and the change of the moons. There have been many changes coming. Unfortunately, what I did not foresee was that the changes were going to come as fast as they're coming. And it seems like a lot of people have been hearing ringings in their ear and like a pulsation. Some people have been feeling like they can't breathe and it just feels like something is definitely not right. Now, what I'm here to tell you is that it is not, you're not going crazy, and it is not normal. It is normal for people who are spiritual to actually start to manifest things. Younger people are starting to manifest their gifts sooner, and there's a lot of people that are manifesting their gifts later on. Sometimes gifts come with a price, and sometimes the price is whether it's headaches or even insanity. But there comes a time where you have to learn to distinguish between who you are, what you would say, how you would be, and how spirit will expect you to conduct yourself with humanity, not with disillusion or acts of grandeur. So there are many tips that I want to talk to you about. Okay. The ears ringing is giving you a sign that now that your equilibrium is off, is just giving you a sign that spirit is trying to tune into you in a way like you're being tested. You're being tested not just by spirit, but by the universe to see how and what type of gifts you're going to develop. Some gifts that you develop come in the form of sight. Some come of sight here in the mind. When people say, I see, sometimes it's not they see, it's that they see in their mind's eyes. So what I mean by that is when you're seeing it in your mind's eyes, spirit is actually, how do I say it? They're describing things to you. So therefore, as they describe it in your head, that is how you see it. So you're actually seeing something visual, but you're really not. It's all in here. They're describing it in your mind. Now, sometimes they test your voice. They test your voice, like you can lose your voice. Sometimes it gets really raspy. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's an uncomfortable feeling. Sometimes you feel like you can't breathe. That's another vibration. Sometimes you feel like you're having a panic attack for no reason at all. You can go to a supermarket and all of a sudden you feel overwhelmed and you have to run out. That's a vibration. Sometimes you're around someone who you love, which is a family member. It could be a mom, it could be a sister, it could be a brother, it could be a friend, it could be a family, and you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you have to run away. That is also a development. But also, I want you to understand one important key. The more open you are to the universe, the more the universe is going to make things happen for you. They're going to push away people out of your life that don't need to be in your life. They're going to bring people into your life that need to be there, that you may not even particularly like at that moment, but as time goes on, the energy that you'll feel is going to actually feel right. Sometimes spirit is going to make you feel uncomfortable in your own home, and they're going to put this idea that you need to pack. Well, you know what? Follow the idea, pack. Because if spirit wants you to pack your stuff in your home, it's only because they're going to actually open up the door to give you something new. Okay? Case in point. There are things that sometimes don't seem right, and sometimes there are things that seem like they're just not falling in order. But I don't want you to get discouraged, because again, everything has to do with vibration. And although people may say not everything is spiritual, guess what? Everything in the world is spiritual. So at the end of the day, what you're feeling is the vibration of something that becomes either uneasy or unhinged. But it's an illusion. Nothing is really unhinged and nothing is really uneasy. You have to dig deep within yourself and start to believe in yourself and understand that the Spirit is not going to take you where the Holy Spirit will not protect you. So you have to keep that in mind, that you have to learn to walk by faith and not by sight. And when you do that, everything will start to open up. See, vibration is a funny thing, because when you're dealing with vibrational pull, whether it be being pulled in one direction or pushed in another direction, you have to determine within your psyche if the direction that you're being pulled in is the direction you want to go, or the direction that you're willing to go, or the direction that you should be going in. See, so you need to know where you're going. You need to know if you're willing to go, and you need to know if you need to go. These are the three things you need to know. Another thing, another group of things you need to feel is you need to know in your heart of hearts if what you're feeling inside towards a person is good, bad, or indifferent. Or think within yourself and ask yourself, what I'm feeling because of this situation, is it not a good thing? Is it a good thing? Or is it something that deals with the ego? Whichever it is, you have to be able to determine what type of a person you are. If you're an egomaniac, you're not going to understand that. If you are, if you're a good person, the heart will open up in many different directions. If you are a shitty person, things may not go in your favor. They may go the opposite, because for every action, there is a reaction, whether it's equal or greater. And sometimes a vibration that you caused, the cause and effect of the vibrations will not affect you until it can, a year can go by, 2 years can go by, 3 years can go by. There's no time frame. So you have to really understand what it is that you are doing, what you're looking for, and which direction you're going, in order for you to make sure that everything that you're doing is going in the right direction. Again, vibrational pulls can either be pushing you, or they can be pulling on you. They can be making you go into another direction or not. There are many of us in the world that live our lives that don't feel that they belong where they are. So why become stagnant and stay somewhere where you don't feel right, or where things don't feel comfortable? My suggestion is find a way to figure out through spirit where you need to be, and then ask yourself, why am I not there? 1, 2, how can I get there? 3, how can I obtain what I need to make an easy transition? Sometimes the easy transition is just making sure that you pack. And once you pack, you're showing spirit that you're willing and you're able and you're accepting, and spirit will do the rest. So there are many things that are causing vibrations and many things that you can do to remove them. There are vibrations when you're empathic, because sometimes you can start feeling sick for no reason, and there are people that surround you, and you're like, well, what's going on with me? Why am I feeling this way? Well, that's empathic pain, and that empathic pain or uncomfortableness comes from you being able to be next to someone and know that they're sick and pick up their vibration or their illness. It doesn't last, but only for a few minutes, but you can pick up their flaws and their vibration and their sicknesses, and they get better, and then you seem to be doing worse, but then eventually you'll snap out of it, and your body and your spirit is able to manifest and clean that, which is very, very important. Now, point being, there are many things that are happening right now. Global change, global warming is happening, global changes are coming. What we didn't expect and what we are not expecting is that what is predicted or what is predestined is not supposed to happen so soon. It's supposed to be happening later on, sometime within 2023, 2032, within that time frame. But unfortunately, the wheel is turning faster. So therefore, everything seems to be jumping on us and hitting us at the same time. And I want you to understand that it's okay. It's not something that's going to mess you up. It's not something that's going to cause a delay. It's not something that's going to cause problems in your life. It's just something that you have to figure out in here, and you have to work it out. If you are a person who are used to generating money and all of a sudden the money slows down, okay, so you got to think within yourself, like, what exactly am I doing? And what exactly do I need to do to make money elevate again? Well, I mean, it's not a bad question. It's not a sad question or a bad question to ask. It's a simple question. And sometimes the simple question is as easy as saying, you know what, I need to Case in point, vibration. Everything that I'm telling you about vibration. I don't know what happened. Everything just went ghost for a minute there, guys. But you need to understand that this is what I'm talking about. Not all vibration is bad. There's a lot of vibrational pull that's going to be pulling you and pushing you in many directions. And it will affect a lot of electronical things. It's happened to me with my phone, with my air conditioner in my house, my TV, computer. It didn't always happen to me. It used to happen to Dr. D all the time. I don't know why all of a sudden it's happening to me. But the vibrational energy that we're emanating and that we're
upgrading. You're upgrading.
Upgrading. It's like a car. We're upgrading. We're upgrading from a Toyota to a Ford Explorer. Okay, so anyway, or an Escalade, whichever one you like, or BMW. Either way, we're upgrading, but not just our life's not just upgrading. So is our feelings of not wanting to eat meat all of a sudden, and not wanting to go out as much all of a sudden, or not wanting to eat fried foods all of a sudden, or disliking the taste of let's say you drink rum. You start to dislike the taste of rum, and you'll start enjoying a glass of wine. Let's say you're happy-go-lucky, You're one of those people that everything you want in life just comes to you and you're happy and you're doing all these great things and everything is moving. But then all of a sudden you get bored and you're like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Well, guess what? You don't have to. You're not obligated. It's part of upgrading. The closer, there used to be a saying before, they used to say, the closer you get to God, the more God removes out of your life. Well, I believe that the universe has a slot for many people. And if you're smart enough to really understand what the universe is doing within your life, you'll start to acknowledge that which feels super wrong but super right at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it'll feel wrong because then your conscience will kick in and you'll start feeling, well, I don't know why, this person is pulling away from me. I don't understand why I'm feeling this way. I don't understand why I should be this way or doing this or doing that. Well, guess what? Sometimes we don't know why. Sometimes we don't know what's going on. And sometimes we don't know if we should or should not do something. Go by what you're feeling. Don't always go by what you're used to. Don't always go by the old ways of how you felt things or how you feel things or how you're moving about things. Always, you can't always focus on yesterday's feeling. You have to focus on the now and today's feeling. You can't always focus on the pain that you went through, because if you're still riding on pain that happened 5 years ago, then you haven't changed. You haven't done anything. That vibration is still emanating within your head and within your heart, and it's not allowing you to find happiness in any way, shape, or form. If you are a person that likes to spend money like I do, and you don't have a nest egg or you're not putting anything away, then how are you expecting God to multiply anything for you if you have nothing to multiply? You can't multiply 0 from 0 and expect to get 5. It doesn't work that way. So you're going to have to learn that everything in life is about control. Everything in life is about change. Everything in life is about what you can do to make your life a little better and make yourself a little bit more comfortable. Because with everything that's going to be hitting you at one time, not everything is going to be comfortable. There's going to be times where you're going to get pissed off because these things are happening and you're like, but why? Why are these things happening to me? Well, you're not the only person that's tripping over your tongue. Many people are tripping over the tongue. Many people are tripping over their own feet. Many people are tripping over their hair. I mean, people are tripping just because that is the way the universe has planned it. It is time for you to say what you mean and mean what you say. People will say, I don't want to walk around with this person, but yet they walk around with them. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Be a person of your word. Try your best, because that's all we can do is try our best. Try your best. That if you say, I'm not going to drink out of that water, make sure you don't drink out of that water. But also keep in mind, you have to think, do I need to drink out of that water, or do I one day have to drink out of that water? Regardless of what it is, you need to make sure that those things that you feel that can cause problems or can cause an obstacle may just be your own obstacle. Maybe just you creating a whirlwind of vibration that's just making your life go and spiral in different directions. So you have to learn to bring it to the focus lines. Most of us do it by meditating. Sometimes some people do it by praying. Some people do it psychologically by watching and observing what it is that they're thinking. And those people that do that, I have to push you to actually start to think backwards, like what has been happening to me within this week? What went wrong, or what went right, or what felt like it was supernatural, or what felt like that was twisted, but you can actually make sense of it. These are the things you have to start asking yourself. You have to always be on top of the fact that you are a special human being. We all are gifted. We all are children of the most highest God. We all are here on a mission. Some of us don't know what it is, and some of us do know what it is. I've always known what my mission is, and some of you don't know what your mission is, so you have to figure it out. Remember, I explained this not too long ago about what type of mediums there are. There are many types of medium. They're not just basic mediums that are channelers and some are psychic. No, they're not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sometimes a medium is someone who can sew. And then you can sew things that will help other people or teach people how to sew. That becomes like a career, but it also becomes part of your destiny. You know, there are some people who can sing and your voice soothes people. There are some people who take Reiki and they become Reiki masters and they're really good at what they do and they do healing work and they're really good at what they do. And then they wonder, how did I get to this point? It's not a matter of you getting there because you didn't get there. You evolved, you know, and you changed because the universe changed you. You didn't change on your own. The universe helped push you to improve yourself, to become something better, and to remove those toxic things that are in your life that cause that vibration that might not be a healthy vibration for you. So I want you to understand that sometimes when it's vibration, when you're around people, a group of people, you don't feel right, go to the bathroom or go somewhere where they run your hands through cold water and then wash your face and just hold it and wash behind your neck, you know, with cold water. And, you know, allow your spirit to understand that you choose not to participate because spirit is very obedient. And if you tell spirit you choose not to participate, spirit is not going to push you to do that. Spirit is going to help you not to hurt yourself, not to harm yourself, not to do things that can cause problems in your life. Spirit is not going to do that. Spirit is just going to open up and it's going to help you through everything you're going through. So my suggestion is walk by faith, let yourself be guided by spirit, let yourself be healed by spirit and pushed by spirit, because spirit is going to push you to do what they want you to do, but they're not looking out for themselves, they're looking out for you. They're looking out for your happiness. So whatever those things are that you want, you can achieve them in abundance because it's what you're thinking and it's what your spirit is pushing. You know, the law of attraction may work for certain people, but I'm not going to tell you that the law of attraction works for everyone because it does not. I can tell you that the law of feeling positive and feeling empowered within yourself does work. You know, so I always tell people, you know, you want to change the vibration, change your home. You know, when there's a lot of clutter in your house, the vibration is wacky. If you are doing things to your body that you should not be doing and you're not manifesting positive energy, well, guess what? That's what you're going to, what you reap is what you sow. That is what you're going to sow. So you may come across with not having so many friends, but then again, were they really your friends to begin with? You know, remember, Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. So there are a lot of people that come into your life because they need to come into your life. There are people that come into your life because they feel that you can teach them things. So they come, they learn, and then they move forward, which is okay. You know, there are some people that don't want to teach and show that what they know because they think that you worked hard and you paid a lot of money to get to where you're at. I agree with that with certain situations. But knowledge is free. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is free. And if you're able to walk through the roughest storm and make it through it, imagine what else you can do. Imagine what your spirit is capable of doing. Your spirit is capable of doing many things. You just have to make sure that when you're thinking that way, you're in the mind thought of how great do I feel? Or I feel a little better, instead of thinking, well, I have arthritis and my pain is getting worse, or I have this and my pain is not going the way it's supposed to go. It's going to change. Well, guess what? Sometimes those changes are necessary. Sometimes we find ourselves in a situation where we want to do things and we want to move, and then we start thinking about, okay, what am I going to pack? And you start packing everything, including the kitchen sink. Well, guess what? Now, with change comes responsibility. With responsibility comes, you know, peace of mind and having that ability, you're able to change everything around you. Because if something seems like it's difficult and you know that you've done it before and it wasn't difficult, what makes you think that you cannot change it and make it into something that's less difficult. Because this is food for thought. These are things that go on with a human being and the human mind. The human mind can only hold but so much of a capacity of negative energy before it starts to feel like it's being attacked, when in reality it might not be. So look at these things and analyze them and ask yourself, is this where I want to go? Is this where I'm going? And do I feel comfortable there? Or is it time for me to move forward to something else? Whatever it is that your spirit tells you, listen to it, do it, move forward, appreciate the things that you do, and keep yourself balanced, because that's the way that everything is going to work out. Another suggestion is, when you run your hands through cold water, you have to envision yourself feeling the water go into your body. You have to feel it. You have to feel the water going through your body. And even if you're taking a shower, make sure that when you're hitting your face, you're telling the spirit that you want the water to flow into your head, into your body, and to start to purge everything that's negative. And it's okay to do that, because you're purging things that are unnecessary. So you have to keep yourself focused and know that you are important. Know that you have a Father who is the most highest God, and you have the universe backing you, that it's trying to help you not to create a prophecy, but to complete your own prophecy, so that you don't have to repeat this. Because a lot of us are in this planet and we're repeating things that our last self could not repeat or did not finish. So we come back to the same ideology, and we're going through a metamorphosis of changing in a positive way. But sometimes positive is not always positive. Sometimes we have to take drastic changes and then revisit the vibration again, and then decide, am I calm enough to deal with the vibration? Am I feeling better? Am I feeling more comfortable? These things are very important. All of these things are things that can help you to move your vibration faster, to move things quicker, to make things happen faster. It can help you with family issues. It can help you with rent. It's like vibrationally, everything can help you with everything from rent to car payments to everything you need. But you have to change and know that if you have doubts within yourself, you're not going to reach the level that you want to reach. You have to know in your heart of hearts that everything that you achieve, you're achieving it because it is your will, because you choose, and you know that you start to put it out there, and the universe will complete it for you. But you have to walk by faith, and you have to walk in favor. I don't know many people that have achieved greatness that went through a lot of stuff when they were younger. I mean, yes, there are actors and actresses that were poor, or they didn't go to the right schools, or they were shunned somehow or another, or their parents were alcoholics or drug addicts or whatever, and they changed their life around. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is vibrational pull. Knowing the vibration that's pulling you, knowing the vibration that is part of you, knowing the vibration that wants to direct you in a different direction. And you need to ask always these questions. What would I do? What would the real me do? Would I go in a different direction, or would I stay in this direction and try to make it work? You'd be surprised how many of you would say, well, this is where I'm at now, and I'm going to try to see if I can work it out. To me, I believe that right there is settling for the unknown, but it's also settling for things that can cause you more problems and more pain than more good. So you have to really not to put all your eggs in one basket, but you need to learn that you are a being with supernatural powers, and that you have the ability to make things work in your favor if you choose it to be. So these are things that I foresee. Sometimes when you even have a partner, whether it be male, female, male, whatever it is, You may have a partner and your partner doesn't respect you, and you're like wondering like, what's going on? Why doesn't this person respect me? Why is this person the way they are with me? Sometimes that is the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's supposed to be that way, and spirit is supposed to push you in that direction. So when they do, or when it does, let it be. Don't be afraid. Just take that leap and move forward, and understand that whatever plan they have for you is bigger than your plan. And God's plan is always bigger than any plan. It doesn't matter if it's something that's thought of you're thought of, or it's something that someone else gave you an idea of. The plan that you have in this planet, it already is preordained. You came into this planet with a plan in your head. Whether you had the tools to develop it, that's a different story. You know, there are a lot of news flashes that are going on that we can think about when it comes to vibrations and things that are happening in our life. And the one thing that I can say overall is that we are all children of the highest God, like I said earlier, and we have the ability to become gods within ourselves. And I know that some people may say that's blasphemy. It's not blasphemy, it's reality. You know, in the New Testament, it said that, you know, Simon said it and Jesus said it, and I don't know who else said it, but, you know, they make it very clear. Do you not know that you're here and that you can be a God within yourself? I think it's very important that you understand what they mean by be a God within themselves. They're not talking about being supernatural, being like God. They're just telling you that you're going to be a being with supernatural powers. So you have to believe that when you think of something and you can see something out of your eyes, and you can look down into the ghetto and you can say, you know, I can do this in your mind. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this and that. Follow that. Follow that, because if your spirit is not used to clutter, they're going to find a way to get you to remove your clutter, even though it is organized. But still, they're going to have you make changes and move things around so that you can learn how to process in between right and wrong, and also the things that we want to change that doesn't change, and we're wondering why isn't that changing if I'm doing everything that I was supposed to do, everything I heard. Well, not every spell is for everyone. Not every page from the book is created for everyone. And there are people that come from many different religions that may not like what we believe in and might not like the way that we express ourselves. But at the end of the day, what can you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. You have to change the way that you think. You have to change the idea that you are one of the most powerful people in the world and that you have the ability to make changes, because only then will you start to make the changes that you need in your life. So again, we go back to vibration. Everything in life has a vibration, whether it's your pen that you write with to the vibrator that you may use or may not use. It doesn't really matter. Just understand that everything, even electrical impulses, all have vibration. So therefore, that vibration can either be weakened or it can become stronger. By being around people who are positive, who are older, who haven't had successes in everything, think about the successes they have and where they had them from. And then from there, if it has to do with metal, then think about what can you do to achieve more energy, more power, so that you can move forward, so that your light can emanate, so that when people see you, people see light. They don't see darkness and they don't see anybody hiding. They just see light. I can tell you that there is a change coming. There is a shift coming. And I think it's by October 21st, if I'm not mistaken. By October 21st, there's supposed to be some people in this planet. Some people are going to come with sight and hearing and abilities to be able to share with other people and teach them. Whatever the case may be, whatever vibration comes your way, you have to make sure that that vibration is not going to smother you, that you're not doing it just to do it, and that you can make anything happen that you want and that you will. As simple as that. In a vibrational pool, sometimes we think we need people. We don't always need people in our lives. We don't always need to have people guide us or be with us or even become a what do you call that? You have this idea that you are creating different things and the vibration doesn't change, and you're like, well, wait a minute, I did the work and I'm changing. Well, the work is more than just, doing a few things that you've seen in your mind's eyes that you feel that the spirit needs. Sometimes the spirit doesn't need anything except your attention. And sometimes too much attention is not good, but when you give them attention, it is good and it makes things change. What I can tell you is that, there are many changes of prosperity that are coming to many of you, and it has to do with a vibrational pull that it was actually activated within the universe and here on this planet. It's already spoken that there will be 5 people with different powers around October. Supernatural powers. What are they? I have no idea, because everything, like I said, everything deals with vibration, and whatever we've seen up there, or we've seen down there, or we see in ourselves, or we see within the people, maybe your destiny is to help those people, not help yourself, but help those people you're thinking about, and help yourself. If you're thinking like you're losing it, you start to think, why am I losing it? And why is the universe doing this? Or why is this happening? Stop asking why. Just accept that the vibrational pull is putting you into a different category. And that category that puts you in will help to guide you every way it can. So it's important that you keep your mind focused. It's important that you know in your heart of hearts that everything will shift for the better, and these vibrational little outbursts and like I said, outbursts, because sometimes the vibrational pull can make you have a breakdown. It can make you feel like you're inadequate. It can help you feel like something is definitely not wrong with you. So you have to grim and bear it, and you have to realize that everything that's happening is a cause and effect, but it's also happening because the vibration is too strong and you can't handle it. The change is happening too rapidly and you can't handle it. There are many reasons why your psyche can handle certain things, and there's reasons why your psyche can't handle things. And you have to keep your eyes open to these things, because it's not, I think we're old enough to know that we don't need to play games with each other. I think we're also old enough to understand that what we're feeling is usually the moon shifting, or the vibration of the moon shifting, or even the flares that the ozone is throwing out. Even those things. Look at these what do you call these meteorites that are coming closer to the Earth, and some are hitting them. It's not going to affect us, guys. There's a lot of you on here that it will not affect. Doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you think of. That stuff doesn't matter. You just have to know pretty much that whatever vibration is hitting you at the time, you have to know where it's coming from. You need to know when the things started to happen and how they started to happen. You have to make sure that everything is shifted and everything is moved in a direction where you're able to make things either happen, or you can destroy things that have happened. And it all has to do with vibration. Like I said, you keep your vibration high, everything starts to shift. Everything from, people being removed out of your life to ending up in the hospital needing therapy or whatever. Everything is a vibration. Don't think that it's not. Every little thing that we go through is a vibration that will help us to guide us and put us where we need to be, whether it be emotionally, physically, or spiritually. So you have to really think about what it is that you're doing and ask yourself, how am I going to learn from this? Everything in life has a lesson. Every vibration in life has a meaning, and everything is set in stone through the vibrational pull. You may not like everything that comes out, but read it. Take what works for you, understand it, record readings, doesn't matter who it is, record readings and record everything that's coming your way that can cause you problems and grief. You don't want problems, you don't want grief. You want to make sure that everything is moving in the direction that it should be, and that everything that you believe in your heart of hearts is not really moving to your direction. Then it's time for you to make it come to your direction. I don't understand if you guys understand fully the grasp of how the vibrational pull has a lot of influences in our minds and in our souls. But I do. The planets, the stars, everything that's been changing, it's creating problems within ourselves. Some of us are becoming insecure. Some of us are becoming very jealous. Some don't want to go into the water. Some don't want to do other things. But just remember, what it is that you're feeling is not something to break you down or to make you feel horrible. It's actually something to make you feel better about yourself. So therefore, think about these things that we talked about, and think about all the things that are coming to you, or you feel that they're coming, or you're dreaming that like they're coming, or you can envision them coming. Keep that going. Keep that going, because if you start to doubt new experiences, then new experiences will not come. So you need to start giving yourself that love and that pain that feels so good inside, that it's going to help to cure you somehow of any ailments that you may have. So always remember that, our inner self can be very arrogant, very, very arrogant. So sometimes the ego doesn't want to be bothered, but sometimes we have to put the ego aside and do what we feel is right in order for things to go in the way we want them to. Well, this is my class on this for today. I know that it's short, but this is what I have. And like I said, I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Remember, when vibration is strong and you don't feel it, run your hand through cold waters, put it on your face, behind your neck, and tell your spirit guides that you choose not to participate and move forward. It's very important that you do that, because if you don't do that, then spirit will take you to Funky Town, and it will keep taking you wherever it wants, and it will not pay attention to you because it doesn't feel like it has to. So everything has to do with the vibrational pull, and everything that has to do with vibrational pull, you can control. Whatever you want to change, you put it out there. Whatever you need, you put it out there, and you will see how everything will move in your favor. You just have to make sure that you are in a space where everything is shifting for the better, and everything that we do in this lifetime is we do it because we need to have a better understanding of our forefathers. That's simply it. But anyway, I thank you so much for being on my show, and I will talk to you soon. And just remember, everything in life has a vibrational pull. It has a vibrational energy. It has its own signature. So you have to make sure that when the vibration comes, you know exactly what to say and what to do to keep it at bay, not to keep coming to you. So you have to make sure that you open yourself up a little, and you make sure that you have room to do the things that you have to do, not just on a physical plane, but also on a mental plane. So just keep yourself moving, allow yourself to shift, and allow the Food Alchemy Network to help you develop yourself, or to help you find somebody to help you develop in what you think. But don't feel bashful to call or to ask any question, because whatever you ask will be answered. Okay? So I bid you farewell for this particular one that deals with everything that's going on with your subconscious and your spirituality. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on a second. There's a couple of you out there that you believe that you're going through a vibrational pull, and I'm sad to tell you, but you're really not. So don't always think that because everybody's going through something, you're going through it, but you're also part of that. Not really, you're not. You have the ability to move away from things. You have the ability to make changes in your life. Nobody can stop you. Nobody's vibration is stronger than yours, and you're not stronger than anybody else. So the vibrations vary and they're limited. So food for thought. Okay. So it is 8:50, says. Do a commercial. Do a commercial, mama.
I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Ask.
Well, who's going on, so I was trying to listen to do. The question is, what about people that do magic on other people, and then something befalls of that? So I'm just saying.
Well, like I said earlier, the rule and the law of karma does exist. But sometimes people used to say, well, this person's hurting me and I just want to reverse this thing. Well, you know what? Whether you reverse or not, if people do witchcraft to you and you do it to them for no reason, just because you're angry, it's not going to really hit them. It's going to affect you. And if they're doing things to you and you do absolutely nothing, you leave it to the universe will take care of it. But you cannot give the universe a problem to solve and then go to the universe with the same question or the same plead every single day and say, I really need you to help me. No, you don't do that. See, the universe is a living thing. Universal energy is living, and it helps us to move from one dimension to another and from one time loop to another. But if we continue to live in the past and we keep allowing people to hurt us spiritually when we know that they're doing it without us, and we allow it to happen without us getting pissed off and letting them know how we feel, they're going to continue to do it. And it's just going to be more karmically messed up for them, not for us, for them. Did I answer your question?
Absolutely, positively you did. So now we can go to commercial.
Okay, well, go to commercial. I'm done with this, Sess. So okay. Do I have to dial in for the other? Do I have to dial in for the other one?
Yeah. So
okay.
You can go right on and I'll do this now.
Okay. All right, honey.
Okay. I'm ending the broadcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Food Alchemy Network. I want to say
I don't see myself.
you're here. I don't know why.
My screen is blank.
My screen is I can see you loud and clear and hear you.
Yeah, but my screen is dark. It says schedule.
Ooh, see, that's your energy.
I know.
Ooh.
I'm just hungry.
Okay. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come. What is I would like you to subscribe to Food Alchemy Network. I want all of it. Or you're looking at Facebook, Dr. Cicely DH PhD. Look at there and look for the times of other shows that are on normal time. Coffee with Ori is Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to give him a call for reading in consultation, please do so. Give the number, Ori, where you can be reached.
Which is 862 area code 202-9357. Again, 862 area code 202-9357.
Okay, and then we have on Thursdays Angelic Whispers with Dr. Ron Bate, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want consultation, stay tuned, and he will give out the number next time. If you have a call in, you'll be able to call into his show on Blog Talk. It's 319-527-6085. 319-527-6085. You can call in, push the button 1 in the queue. You'll be able to get a reading on Thursday. Friday is dinner time with Dr. D and Corey, where is a generation thing of conversation from all aspects. Please stay tuned. We most likely have guests, and sometimes we don't. We just talk and shoot the glib. So I look forward to seeing you, and you have a wonderful day. Blessings, everybody. What would you like to say, Mr. Ori?
Blessings. I still can't see myself.
Okay, well, we're going to end this. Go to the next one. Are you in the next segment?
Yeah.
No, that's why. I'm ending this segment. I'm sorry, guys. I will try to fix this. Bye.